one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story comes to us from the Seattle Times. 2 days after private security guards dragged a woman by her arms out of a legislative town hall in Coeur d'Alene at the signaling of Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris, he and others at the event are now facing investigations into their conduct. Teresa Borenpole was jeering local politicians on the town hall stage Saturday afternoon, along with other people in the auditorium at Coeur d'Alene High School. The event had been marketed on Facebook by the Kootenai County Republican Central Committee as a legislative town hall designed to give the public updates from local lawmakers. Orenpol, who ran as a Democrat for Idaho's House of Representatives in 2024, 2022, and 2020, was booing the participants along with other attendees at the meeting when Norris confronted her, identified himself, and told her to leave or she would be escorted out. Shows video from the event.
Get up or be arrested.
Video of Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris threatening to arrest Teresa Borenpole for her loud, out-of-turn comments during a town hall meeting in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Arrested for what?
Now, one of those voices is this woman's who was sitting by Borenpole.
There were people standing up. There were people shouting. I don't know why he went after her, and she was sitting in her seat.
The sheriff tries to physically remove her, which is being questioned in posts all over social media because Norris, a retired LA County lieutenant, is listed on the Transparent California website, drawing a retirement from LA County, which does include more than $150,000 in disability.
Just talk for on and on and on.
Sheriff Norris eventually asks two men to remove the woman.
We were saying things like, who are these men? She's being assaulted.
The men helped Sheriff Norris remove Borenpole, never answering questions from onlookers. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department tells Fox 11 they're investigating the incident, saying they recognize the right to free speech. They also confirmed the two men helping Sheriff Norris are not cops from their department. They work for a California security company, and that, quote, the business license for Lear Asset Management has been revoked for violating Coeur d'Alene city ordinances regarding security agencies and agents.
It's really, really upsetting. That's the most upsetting to me, and that they felt like they could just behave in any way and there was not going to be any consequences.
As she did not comply, Norris grabbed her arm with both hands and attempted to remove her from the town hall. She asked him, "Please don't touch me." He then admonished people recording his actions. He is seen on video asking Borenpole, "Do you want pepper spray? Let's go." And did you hear he admonished people recording? The sheriff then summoned two security guards who eventually wrestled her from her seat and dragged her out of the auditorium as she screamed, "Who are these men?" The men were later identified by town hall organizer Brent Regan as private security from Lear Asset Management, Inc. Regan, the chairperson of the KCRCC, said he hired them as precaution over threats made against a legislator. After last Saturday's chaos, the city of Coeur d'Alene revoked Lear's security license due to their uniforms and behavior, stating that both were in violation of city code, a news release from the Coeur d'Alene Police Department said. I think I'm saying that right. Norris is also poised to be the subject of an outside investigation to determine if his conduct at the meeting violated any policy, according to a separate release from his own sheriff's office. He is expected to make a statement on the matter Tuesday, a sheriff's spokesperson said. Now, it's unclear which agency will be tasked with investigating any policy violations, but options include the Idaho State Police, the Post Falls Police, or the Bonner County Sheriff's Office. In the meantime, Coeur d'Alene police are conducting a separate investigation into people at the event to determine if anyone violated criminal law. Police cited Bornpole on Saturday night on suspicion of battery from the limited information known at the time after she allegedly bit one of the security guards, removing her from the town hall, said the police department in Monday news release. But following the review of more witness videos and other evidence, the Coeur d'Alene City Attorney's Office declined to pursue prosecution. Of course, they don't want to get involved. Quote, careful consideration of relevant law, said the police report, and additional information that came to light all contributed to the decision, said Deputy Prosecutor Ryan Hunter via email. A motion to dismiss Bournepool's charge will be filed in coming days. Now, a GoFundMe set up to help Bournepool in retaining legal counsel collected $200,000 from more than 6,000 contributors as of Monday night. Though Norris was involved during the whole interaction, Borenpole was trespassed. Coeur d'Alene police declined Norris' request to trespass and arrest Borenpole. The police department said in its Monday news release that the department recognizes and values all rights afforded by the United States Constitution to all citizens, which includes the right to free speech. The incident is complex, says the release, and detectives are continuing to investigate. Now, Coeur d'Alene Police Chief Lee White told the Coeur d'Alene Press on Sunday he believed Bournepole's removal was inappropriate in the eyes of the First Amendment. The city council has since released a statement on Bournepole's removal in which they advocate for equal protection under the law for every citizen and the decision from the chief of police to investigate the incident. Quote, we set a clear expectation that the laws of the state of Idaho and the U.S. Constitution will be followed in any interactions with our citizens. The statement signed by all city council members and the mayor reads. It goes on. As city leaders, we have a long history of strongly supporting human rights, civil rights, and dignity for all. Citizens and visitors to Coeur d'Alene, that's in Idaho, can count on these guiding principles, end quote. Borenpole declined to comment when reached by phone. She later provided a written statement that says, I could never have imagined my right to free speech and my right to assemble could be stripped in such a violent way, she writes. Regan said Borenpole shouted 6 or 7 times as lawmakers spoke, so she was warned 3 times to stop interrupting. In the video, someone is heard saying, women are dying. The remark is followed by the MC Ed Bejarana saying, some guests have stupid remarks, to which Borenpole responds, is this a town hall or a lecture? And then there's a little more that goes down from there. I won't go, it's pretty lengthy. Bottom line here is this in this city council, I get if she's interrupting, I get that because you can't, I mean, you can have free speech in a city council, but you can't be disruptive. You can't just start shouting out and interrupting, and you got to wait. Don't they have public comment where you get up and you make your public comment? So I get that part, but the city council is agreeing with the police chief that they did wrong. The sheriff and the security, they did wrong. They want them investigated, and the security, of course, lost their license. They can no longer, or they're not going to be used by that city anymore. But here you go. I mean, someone that's dragged out of a town hall meeting, and whether she was disruptive or not, we're not going to say she was wrong because even the prosecutor said, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't touching that one. So it sounds like the sheriff might be packing his bags and moving to somewhere else.
The sheriff tries to physically remove her, which is being questioned and posted all over social media because Norris, a retired LA County lieutenant, is listed on the Transparent California website, drawing a retirement from LA County, which does include